All right, good evening. My name is Shyla Massey, and I am going to talk about how to find insurance. So I am a certified business and marketing education teacher. I am certified through VDOE, um, Ohio Department of Education. I have been teaching for 18 years, and part of the reason why I'm making this video today is for my children because they've asked me several times about insurance. I love to travel. I am a lover of people. I like encouraging people. I enjoy actually reading and watching documentaries. I do like doing that. Those are the things that I do enjoy doing. And so you may be wondering, like, how to find insurance. Yeah, how to find insurance. So, one thing that I noticed, now it's story time. I just found out that I was overpaying for my house insurance, my homeowner's insurance policy. I did not know that I was overpaying for my homeowner's insurance policy until I went to change my car insurance because my car insurance, I have three vehicles. And well, I had three vehicles. One of them I actually recently told my daughter that she needed to take ownership of because it's her car and she needs to pay the insurance for it. So I transferred the title over to my daughter's name and told her that she needed to get insurance. I didn't tell her how to do it. I didn't give her no explanation. I just told her she needed to get insurance. So this is what I will tell you. There are about three to four main insurance companies, and let's go over them. First insurance company is Geico. All right, government employees insurance company. I think that's what Geico stands for. They are no longer just for government employees. They have opened the doors, and anyone can have Geico as their insurance company. There's Allstate, there's State Farm, and there's Nationwide. So yeah, there's four. Those are the four. I forgot Progressive, so we can add Progressive. So we have Geico, Allstate, Nationwide, State Farm, and Progressive. Those are the five main insurance companies in the United States. Are there other insurance companies? Yes, there are. If you are looking for other insurance companies, you need to go to an insurance broker. So you can just simply type in, like, in Google, insurance brokers. And remember, someone who sells you home insurance, auto insurance, motorcycle insurance, RV insurance is different from someone who is selling you health insurance. That is different. You can get health insurance through an insurance broker as well. I don't think people know that. So, when you are going to look, you need to be very specific. You need to know a couple of pieces of information. You need to have your address, the location that you will dwell in, that the insurance is for, where the vehicle will be stored at. If it's a nicer area, your insurance is going to be low. If it's a high crime written area, your insurance is going to be high. That is how insurance works. Why? Because somebody is more likely to steal your car in a high crime area versus an area that has low crime. It's just how it is. You know what type of area you live in. We don't have to go any further into that. But when you have to have your address, you need to know if you're getting homeowners insurance, you or renters insurance, you need to know how much the value of your property is that you have in that building. So for example, if you have a couch and the couch is leather and they do not make the leather couch anymore, that item cannot be replaced. So you have to factor in the time it will take you to replace the couch that has been, lost. You have to factor in the time for that. You have to factor in the money for that. If you have tables and chairs, like I have two bar stools, wood countertop chairs that they no longer make. The company no longer makes them. I've gone to the outlet where the major main warehouse is, and I did see some table chairs, but I did not see the countertop chairs. And the gentleman told me, like, okay, well, you can call us back. We can let you know if we have some in stock, if we found some in the warehouse. Because believe it or not, when there's a warehouse, things get misplaced. People put a box over here, and the box don't belong over there. It belong over there, and whoo, look what we found! Some chairs that we discontinued. So you need to know how much your items in your house. If you have expensive purses that they do not, you pay $2,000 for, $5,000, $10,000, and they cannot be replaced. You need to factor that in. Your jewelry, you need to factor that in. There is a different premium that they will charge you when you go over a certain amount, or when you have high-end items that can't be replaced. You need to factor in your clothes, your shoes. So, example, your whole apartment burns up and you have to replace your clothes, your shoes, your underwear, your socks. How much is that going to cost you? What if you have eyeglasses in there? For example, someone stole, this is my second pair of these. Somebody stole them out my car. I Because I left the door open. That was my fault. I didn't file a claim on it. Could I have filed a claim? Yes, I could have filed a claim. But because I didn't file a claim, I just went and bought another pair. And it took me over a year to get these, because in the meantime, the company was being sold to another entity, and they production was low, it wasn't high, and so they were trying to find some things. So you need to know your address. You need to know how much are your items within the dwelling. If it is a house, how much is your dwelling worth? How much is your dwelling worth? Like, what is the replacement cost of your home? You need to know those things. If you already have a policy, you want to get the declarations page. This tells you every rider you have on your insurance. So for example, do you have insurance if your house or your apartment catches fire? Do you have a policy that would allow you to stay in a hotel? And for up to how many days can you stay in that hotel? Do you have rebuild? How much is it to rebuild your house? Is it $450,000 to rebuild your house? Is it $20,000? I mean, not 20,000, but is it $200,000 to rebuild your house? Those are things that need to be in your policy. And older homes cost more because they use more quality goods. So if you live in an older home, it's going to cost you more. Like, the replacement cost will be higher probably than the property value, because the materials used in the house are older and the house was built to last. So when you look for an insurance policy, and then you have to shop around, I would call all five of those top five carriers. So that's Geico, Allstate, Nationwide, State Farm. What is it? Progressive. I would call all of them, and all five of them, and I would get a quote from all of them, and I would compare apples to apples. Make sure you have a notebook so you're writing down, okay, my belongings are valued at $50,000. So that's coats, shoes, socks, underwears, t-shirts, jewelry, lotion, soap, suitcases, coats, if I didn't already say that, bedding, mattresses, uh, couches, tables, or is it $100,000? Is it $250,000 for your materials? I don't know the answer, you do, but you want to write that down. This is how much my deductible is. So the deductible means this is how much you're going to pay, regardless of if whatever claim you file. So when you call to say that there was a loss, there's a claim. That's a claim. But your deductible determines, before we give you money, and it's not even before we give you the money. This is how much you have to pay out of pocket. That's your deductible. A lot of people do 1,000. I've known companies, like I know someone right now, their deductible is $200. So they have a $200 deductible. And so anytime they file a claim, all they have to pay out of pocket is $200. The insurance company picks up everything else. And a claim is only filed when you have to enact the policy, like when you need to be protected because you have had an issue that would allow you to file a claim. That could be someone stole something. It'd be a fire. It could be water damage. And you need to pay attention to water damage because there is a different policy for rising water versus falling water. So typically, rising water would be considered a flood area. Do you have a flood rider? Is your area known for flooding? Or do you have just water damage in general? Do you have what else is on there? The riders. I can't think of all of the things that's on there right now, but make sure you take note of what they tell you, everything that's included in your policy. So when you call all five companies, you are comparing apples to apples. You're asking the same questions because you may get a lower rate because one thing is changed between one company and you didn't put that on your policy. And when it happens, you're not able to file a claim. So, yeah, this is the second time I went live and nobody didn't came on, but I'm about to go because I'm tired. I really am tired. All right. Hope that helps.